Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you all the secret mobs and entities in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So we did secret blocks and items not too long ago. There will be a link to the video in the iCard and on the end screen of this video, so check it out after this video if you want to. And if you like this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. But let's just get into all the secret mobs and entities. First of all, we have an entity. Well, mobs are also entities, but this is not a mob. We have the command block Minecart. I also show this in secret blocks and items since it's, well, a combination between a block and an entity. And of course this can be used as a normal command block, but it's always set to repeat. You can't change that. It's always set to unconditional and always set to needs redstone. And you can change if it executes on the first tick and what the delay is between the executions. If we do, for example, say test, it will not activate since it needs a redstone. But if we place a detector rail and some activator rails over here and then move the minecart over it, as you can see, it will execute the command that was in there. So that's say test. So that's the very first entity. But now we move over to a sort of mob. I've never seen this mob before, but it's a very strange thing that happens. If I flick this lever, you will see an Elder Guardian just flying up into the sky. And this is not a normal Elder Guardian, so if we get to see his eyes a bit better. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. As you can see, his tail is see-through, which it normally isn't, and it looks a bit strange. So if we go into the command block, you will see that this is the Elder Guardian Ghost. So normally when you summon in an Elder Guardian like this, it will look like this with not a see-through tail, and actually its spikes look a bit different as well. But after a certain period of time, if we go into survival, you will see this effect appear. And that effect is actually uses the Elder Guardian Ghost we just saw over here. So you see the front of this Elder Guardian Ghost in front of your screen. But it is actually a fully rendered 3D model, which I think is a bit strange. And you can summon it like this, and it always floats up into the sky like that. I don't know why it does that. So let's summon it over here as well without the command block. Summon it like this. Summon Elder Guardian. And I'll put it a bit down so we can actually see it fly up. So here we go. Let's do -2. Now let's summon it, and there we go. I need to, of course, add Ghost over here because otherwise it's just going to be an Elder Guardian. There we go. It flies up into the air, and I can't actually keep up with it. It's that quick. So let's try this again. Here we go. It's flying up. We're flying up as well above the clouds. Actually has a very weird tail texture here. There we go, it's flying up all the way over here. Yeah, one side of the tail texture seems to be rendered while the other side isn't. But there we go, that's the Elder Guardian Ghost. Now we move on to the Leash Knot. Now of course you can get this in Survival Minecraft if we get a fence and a lead. So if we, for example, leash this pig over here like this, put down a fence and right click the fence with a lead, you will see this texture appearing. And so this is the Leash Knot. But you can't see the top and bottom texture. So if you break the fence like this, you will see the knot for a, well, couple of seconds, but after it disappears. But over here with this command, you will get this Leash Knot entity forever. So there it is. This is the Leash Knot, and here you can see it a bit better as well. So let's teleport it up one more so we can actually see the underside. Here we go, there it is. And so this is the Leash Knot, and you can summon it using the summon command. Next up, we have one of the more interesting secret mobs. This is the NPC, or John Smith as it is over here. If we go into adventure mode, you will see that if we right click him, he says a pretty interesting text over here. And besides that, he will also spawn in a chicken and he will say hi in the chat as well. So I'll show you how I did this. And if we go back into creative and try to open his inventory, we will see this, a non-player character or an NPC. You can change his name over here into anything you like. So for example, Max, you can change it into, and then it will change his name to Max. Then you can also edit his dialogue, so what he says, and you can also change his appearance. So I changed him into the doctor first, of course. If you hover over these, they actually rotate. And there's a lot of different characters you can choose from, 20 in total. And so you might think that this is only for Education Edition, but since 1.16 you can actually get these guys in Bedrock Edition as well. So I'll show you that Education Edition is not enabled in this world. So over here, down here we have Education Edition. As you can see, it's not enabled, it's disabled. And I still have the NPC over here, so you get them by using the command summon NPC. And if we try that over here again, like this, you will see that we will get this normal NPC, and then you can customize him for yourself. But there's also a second way you can get these NPCs, and that's by using the command give spawn egg. So we want one of them and then put in 51 like this. And if you do that and press enter, you will see that you will get this spawn egg over here, a very colorful spawn egg. And we have the spawn NPC. So you can't get this through the creator inventory. If you search spawn, you won't see this spawn egg anywhere over here. It's also the most colorful spawn egg of all of these. And I forgot to show this one in all the secret blocks and items video. So then you get to see it here once more. So if you right click with it, you can see you can spawn in an NPC using this. And so here we have all the different character models for the NPC. I will just go through them very slowly. As you can see, when you look at them, they will start looking at you as well. And all of these have the basic villager model as their, well, basic model, and they just have different textures around them. But there's one exception, which is the very last one we're getting to now. So you'll see that this one actually looks very different to the others, because it doesn't have these arm parts, and it actually looks more like a computer than a person. So all of these look like people, but this last one is a sort of computer, but it still uses the same model, except for it just doesn't have any arms, just the center of the arms. And it works just like all the other characters. You can still give it a dialogue and access that in adventure mode. And as you can see, they're all called NPC at the moment. But there we go, those are all the NPCs in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. We also have the advanced settings at the bottom over here, and this is where you can add a command. So for example, what I did was /summon chicken, and then once he is right clicked in adventure mode like this, it will summon a chicken at his feet. And you can do all of these kinds of commands. You can give the player an effect, you can summon mobs, you can clear their inventories, you can do all of these things, and you can add text over here of course as well. We're summoning a lot of chickens now. And you change the appearance by just clicking on one of these characters, and it instantly changes the appearance of the NPC, as you can see. But if you try to hit this NPC in creative, you will see that it instantly disappears. Also, the NPC will not move at all. You can't push him at all, and he will not move. He will also not die, so the only way to remove him is to punch him in creative mode. But if you go to adventure and try to kill this guy, nothing will actually happen. Also, other mobs can't hurt this guy, so he can't die. So these NPCs are affected by gravity, so they can't move horizontally, but they can actually move vertically. So if we remove some of these blocks beneath his feet, you will see that she, in this case, will fall down. And if we try to go all the way down to bedrock, so here we go, we're all the way at the bottom of the world, and if we break this last piece of bedrock, you'll see that it immediately dies and gives off a smoke particle. And there's also something special about these name tags the NPCs have. You can see them through walls and from very far distances. As you can see, they disappear when you go into the void, but once you go over here, you can still see them. And they are very bright and yellow. So they are yellow by default. You don't have to change anything over here to make them yellow. They are yellow all the time. Unlike normal name tags, they're always white. So here we go, let's rename the sheep. You'll see it has a white name tag, and once you stop looking at him, the name tag will disappear. So there we go. You see the name tag, you look away, and you don't see the name tag. So it's different for these NPCs, and you can't actually rename them using a name tag. You can only rename them over here in the inventory. And it's very useful, of course, for making your adventure maps, and I think you can do some awesome stuff with him. Now we move on to two slightly different mobs. If you already saw my video on name tag Easter eggs in Minecraft Bedrock and Java Edition, then you already know where this is going. A link to that video will also be in the iCards and of course in the end screen. So first we have a rabbit. As you can see, it's a very strange rabbit. This is a massive rabbit, and its animations don't really work well. So I will show you how big it is actually compared to a normal rabbit. So here we go, here is the big rabbit we just summoned, and if we spawn in a normal rabbit, this is a size comparison. So yeah, it's way bigger, and a baby rabbit is even smaller. So there we go, there we see some baby rabbits, some normal rabbits, and the massive rabbit we spawned using the command. So normally if you summon in a rabbit like this, so this is the command for summoning in a rabbit, you will see that it has its normal size. But once you add something after this, it doesn't really matter what, just some random text, it will immediately turn into a very big rabbit. And I've never seen this before with any other mob, and I don't know why it happens. If you have any idea, please let me know in the comments. But we're not done yet, because we have a name tag here as well, the toast name tag. So if you name a rabbit toast, it will change into this rabbit over here. And this texture will not appear when the rabbit generates normally, and it's a reference to a rabbit a girlfriend from one of the developers for Minecraft lost, and it's the only way to get this rabbit in Minecraft. But I included this one because it actually has a different texture than the other rabbits, so I didn't include the other name tag ones because, well, they don't have a different texture, except for one more over here. You probably already know what it's gonna be. It's the Jeb Sheep. So if you summon in a sheep, call it Jeb underscore, like this. It will start changing color all the time, and this is a different mob than the normal sheep as it has a visual difference. And if we shear this sheep with some shears, you will see that since we are in Bedrock Edition, its sheared state will all... Okay, I tried to shear this sheep, but you actually can't shear this sheep over here, and that's because of the command I put in here. So if we summon another one of these sheep, you can't actually shear these. And that's because I added some text at the end here as well, just like with the rabbit. So if we remove that text like this, then summon another sheep. Yeah, there we go. You can shear it. Let's change it to Jeb, and there we go. As you can see, the sheared state also changes color, which doesn't happen in Java Edition. So apparently you can change the state of mobs by just adding some random text at the end of the summon command, which I might do a video on later on as well. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video on the secret mobs and entities of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you know any more secret mobs or entities, please let me know in the comments and I might make a second video if there's enough. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, bye bye!